Hey, what's up everybody? It's Letitia with Barefruit Gardening. I hope that you are doing well. I am just out in the garden looking at some things I probably need to go ahead and harvest. Yeah, forgot about this dude. Probably should take that like today. Still got some tomatoes that are going strong. This plant is my Ink German Green tomato plant, I'm almost certain. And yeah, it's just gotten so big, it's starting to fall over from the top. So I meant to top this a long time ago, but I'm probably going to take it out soon anyway. I mean, it's fallen all the way down here. Yeah, there's one tomato left on it. And so I was just trying to give it a little bit more time because it's kind of small. But yeah, it's just falling over everywhere. This is the Roman tomato plant, and I am in the backyard, and it's still loaded down with fruit. I'm really surprised that it's August, mid-August, and I have so many tomatoes. And I know people say that August is the time when you do start to harvest. I just didn't know with all this heat and basically a drought that we've had that I would continue to have the plants look this good. And I mean, you can just look at them and tell. I mean, they are so green still. I think the shade does help again with this, but yeah, they're looking great. I'm trying to leave these on just a little bit longer as well. Got one in there. I don't know if he's gonna get any bigger, but the blossoms all the way up are just dried. You can tell, you know, so even though it's flowering, I'm pretty sure that it's not going to bear fruit much longer. The cherry tomatoes are still producing black cherry tomato, and yeah, it's still producing. There's still tomatoes ripening. I noticed this morning that there was a blue flower, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not a tomato flower. And I've never grown black cherry tomatoes before, so I was like, well, maybe this is just something different. But then I saw that it was actually a weed. So the weed is binding this plant just like that sucker did with my sunflower. But you can see the weed here, and I've started to unravel it a bit. Y'all see that? Yeah. So this plant has also started to topple over, and so I'm thinking that probably the end of August I will be cutting all of these back and moving them out to get ready for fall gardening. Just wanted to show you all that the watermelon plant is doing really well. This is the Sugar Baby. As most of you all know, the Sugar Baby watermelon died and imploded. It rotted on the vine. I left it on the vine and covered up with soil. Have not fertilized it since. Gave it a little bit of water, like very, very little. And it seems to be doing well. It's still flowering, and we have one fruit. Look at that. It has grown so much. So we'll see. We'll wait and see if it will actually ripen, and so we can harvest it. The seedlings are coming along well. Let's see. These are the cucumbers that have come up, and nasturtiums, the cauliflower. I'm gonna plant another round of seeds very soon in the next couple of days. I hope I have enough time. Right now, just really busy with a lot of other things, but you know, decided I'm gonna let my fall garden be small this year. Oh my God, I've stirred up the mosquitoes. Oh, they're just flying everywhere. Here are the potatoes. They are looking good. So I'm trying to decide what to do with this area of the garden. I have 3 pepper plants over here They have been engulfed by the zinnias and the marigolds. I only got 2 peppers off of those plants. And yeah, I just don't even know. So should I just clear it all out, or just leave it, let it go to seed on its own and reseed itself? I mean, the zinnias have gotten twisted and tied up in the cages, as you all can see. And yeah, I don't even know. My plan over here, if you look back in earlier videos in the season, I had gravelled all of this in front of the shed. The grass has completely grown up over it. The weeds, I mean, it's like nothing's there. So I don't think I will ever buy pea gravel again for this space. I don't know if I didn't, I was pretty sure I put enough down. I had like 6-7 bags of that sucker. But it just overgrew. So maybe when the winter time, when everything dies back, I will try to come up with a plan. But I wanted to get everything taken care of by the time the snow comes. That way I don't have to spend so much time on it in the spring. The butterflies was on the poke. That's definitely overgrown. You cannot eat it at this stage. The berries are on it. They're poisonous to humans. You don't want to eat those. Matter of fact, I think the birds even leave them alone. I don't know. But actually, that's not poke. I don't know what that is. I thought it was poke for a minute, but it's not poke. Pokes, the stems get really, really, really big. And that's not poke. No, that's just a weed of some sort. That has those little berry things on it. I hate them. Look at those okra. Oh my gosh. And I'm serious. If you are growing okra, you have to come out here and check every day to see if you have fruits ready, because they grow so freaking fast. I have never in my entire life. This is my first year growing okra. I loved okra as a kid. I ate it mostly pickled when I was a kid. Occasionally had fried okra, but man, these plants have gotten so big. I mean, so big. Yeah, they're definitely taller than me. They're still bearing fruit. There are tons of flowers. I've never seen this many flowers at one time. So I'm excited to see all the flowers on the okra. They're everywhere. Look at how beautiful. Yeah, so I have some giant okra. And I'm leaving them. Number one, I let them go through too long, so it doesn't make any sense to harvest them. But I'm going to leave them for seed. So they will turn brown on, oh my God, I'm walking into spider webs, like they're everywhere. They will turn brown on the plant, and then you can harvest the seeds. Look at this big thing. Giants. Okay, so I left a few on accident, really. And then I just was like, well, can't eat those. Look at this giant. Huge. Look at this giant. Humongous. But there are a few little ones. I'll probably let that one go another day. Definitely need to come out and get that one. Oh, these mosquitoes are tearing me up. Come out and get those. Beautiful plants, though. Gorgeous plants. Don't know if you all noticed, but I had a tree removed. It was right in front of the okra, and it looked very bushy because it actually looked like a bush because I kept cutting it back. Every time you cut it back, the limbs form new limbs. The trunk forms new limbs, and it bushes out. So it starts to look more like a bush than a tree. But I had it removed. The guy had to actually use his truck to pull it out because the roots were so deep. And I wished I would have got a picture of that to show you all, because it was amazing to me how deep those roots were, how big they were, how long they were, I guess. It was absolutely amazing. But this leaves me more space to plant something else if I want to plant here. I will probably not plant in this space in the fall. So I'm going to get it ready for next spring to plant more okra here. I will also probably plant or till up this area and just plant okra in rows a little bit. This slopes down, So that's good for drainage, but I have not had to water the okra very much at all. They absolutely thrive in the heat. So once they are well established, honey, they just like, leave me alone and let me do what I gotta do. Okay, so that's the plan, I think, for next summer, spring and summer is to continue the okra here and make about 2 more rows. I'm gonna leave the apple tree here for now. I'm gonna cut it back just a little bit. This is a young tree, so I have another tree that I'm gonna put right here, and about 3 or 4 feet away from it, it's a Honeycrisp apple tree as well. And yeah, so that's pretty much all my plans. Let me get out of here. My editing software is still down, so thank you all for bearing with me as I am not editing these videos. Love y'all so much, and I will talk to y'all soon. Peace.